All right, hello all, welcome to Studio BAM Pilates mat reformer class, 55 minutes on June 3rd. Yeah, I'm gonna really have to look at my camera angles later on, not right now. As always, if you have any injuries or limitations, please be careful and be mindful of yourself. I will be providing some modifications. If they work for you, great. If they don't, bring in your own favorite modifications. If that doesn't work, do a different movement or just take a break. Either way, it's fine. Let's see if we can get more into the angle here. Oh, OCD, okay. All right, so today we're gonna lie down on the mat. And you can start with your roller parallel to you, right? And then I want your arm to be able to be onto the floor without that roller hindering you at all. So we're going to use this roller as a little bit of a prop for movement. And then I'm going to lengthen out my right leg. Yeah. And if I need to grab hold of the roller to adjust it at any time, it's there. So if you can't get the right position, adjust as necessary. It's all good. And then from here, you're going to send this left leg up towards the ceiling. Right? And this leg doesn't have to be entirely straight. We're just moving, so you haven't really stretched out the back of your leg, so it may not feel like it can get totally straight. It's totally fine. You need to keep the legs super bent, also fine. Arms are open to the side. So from here, we're going to start with this left leg. You're going to allow it to drift over to the right, and hopefully that leg will go onto the roller around shin level. And then the arm's going to come up, and the arm's going to come right back onto the bottom arm. And maybe you'll slide that roller slightly forward with the leg. So there's going to be not a stacked pelvis, but a little top hip coming forward. Then you're going to start with this right or top arm's going to come up. So that's going to initiate the movement. The arm's going to swing up towards the ceiling. The leg's going to roll onto the roller. And then once you can't stay on the roller, you allow it to come up. So you're not trying to force anything. Yeah? The leg initiates first. Arm follows, shoulder blade comes off. Hand goes down to the other hand and reach that leg slightly forward. So you're rolling a little bit onto that roller within reason for you. And then you're going to pull everything back. That arm's going to come up first, so that would be your initiation. And then the weight of the shoulder will help bring that pelvis back up. And again, starting with the leg. Leg comes over, pelvis comes up. You're going to find that roller, arm's going to come up and come over to the side. Push that roller a little bit forward so you're not stacked on top of your hips. And then bring that roller back. Arm floats up, so that'll be the initiation of that movement. It kind of spirals you back to the position on your back. And then leg goes over, pelvis comes up, shoulder blade comes up, arm comes up, hand touches down, other hand, and then reach slightly forward, any amount, adjusting the roller if you need. Coming back, arm floats up, leg floats up. Go ahead and bend that knee in. Let's just bring that roller over to the other side. Yeah, I'm going to move down a little bit so we don't run into anything. And again, you're going to want to have that free rein of that arm on that side so it doesn't get hindered by the roller. Left leg long, or right leg up towards the ceiling. I might pull onto the roller to get my leg on up. So now this right leg's going to drift over to the left, which means the pelvis is going to come up. And then that arm's going to come up as well. And you're going to come onto your side. And maybe push that roller slightly forward so this top hip comes out forward of the other hip, yeah? And then you're gonna come back, reach that arm up, spiral it up towards the ceiling. And then leg's gonna come up as well. And again, now you start with the leg. Leg initiates, pelvis come up, shoulder blade comes up, arm drifts up, sweeps along the ceiling perhaps. Hand comes down, and you're gonna push this roller forward. So point of the hip comes a little bit more forward to the other hip, yeah? And then pull back, reach that arm up, and then open up, so a little spiral. Leg floats up as well. Yeah, and you got this one more time. Leg initiates first, actually two more times, excuse me. And then the arm comes up, arm comes down to the other arm, and you push that roller slightly forward, get a little bit of momentum or movement there. Come back, reach the arm up. We got this one more time. And the leg will come up as well. Here's your last one here. Reach the leg over. Pelvis comes up, arm comes up, arm comes down to the other arm, push that roller slightly forward, and then come back, arm reaches up, and then opens, and then leg comes up, and comes up to the ceiling. And go ahead and just hug the knees into your chest. And now we're just gonna send the roller underneath the triangle of your legs just for a moment, and then you can place it onto your feet and just pedal the roller forward. So, your choice. Back of the ankles on the roller, back of the calves on the roller, or knees on the roller, and just let the knees or the heels fall down to the floor. Whichever one is fine. You're just gonna find a comfortable position for you. I'm gonna go to the back of my ankles. We're not gonna really use the roller here. It's just gonna keep the roller so to help relax the hips here as we move through the arm. So, very familiar with what we've done. If you were with me this week, we've done this I think a couple weeks ago. So palms face up towards the ceiling, arms are slightly to a T. From here, I'm gonna swing arms overhead, so I'm gonna gather something, some soft clouds, and pull them over your head, and then pull them down over the torso. So notice which arm is crossed over first, reach your arm up, and you can keep that same cross if you like. You just wanna remember which one's on top. Or you can alternate. If you wanna alternate, feel free to do that. Because we're gonna go in the opposite direction as well. So we're just moving through the arms here, and a little bit more shoulder mobility, chest opening. Alternating crosses or not. Again, reaching up and around. And close over the head. So it's like you're gathering up soft clouds and bring them over your body to comfort you a little bit. Or a lot, depending on what's going on today, yeah? Reach the arms out to the side. Now we're gonna cross in front of our torso. We're gonna pull those arms down. You're gonna cross over like a big hug and then swing the arms up and around. And out to the side. And again, you're gonna cross the arms over, big hug. And bring the arms up and around for that stretch. We got this 3 more times. Cross, up and around. Here's 2, up and around. Your last one here. Cross, up and around. Good, and bring the arms down by your side. All right, from here, let's go ahead and you're gonna take this roller to get it out of your way. Just place it to the side. You're gonna work yourself up to a sitting position, and then you're gonna get this roller more into the center of your mat. And you're gonna lie down on your roller. Tailbone at one end, head at the other end. Again, no super graceful way of getting down. Climb yourself onto that roller. Just make sure your head and tailbone are fully supported here. Yeah. Giving you a moment to find that. And then from here, you can think about your thigh bones pointing straight out of the hip sockets, heels in line with the sit bones. Feet are pointing straight ahead, so functional parallel position with the feet and the legs. Thinking about the center of the tailbone being connected to the roller. Back bottom to ribs also connect to the roller, so that you can bring your pelvis more into a parallel position to the ground, right? So neutral position of the pelvis and the spine, just recreating the natural curves to the back of the body. And just for a moment, without any adjustments, just see what it feels like to have weight in your hands. Weight into some part of your forearms if the forearms are even close to the mat. They may not be. And maybe just weight into the feet. Just finding a grounding moment here. And then see if you can just relax your throat, forehead, jaw, and shoulders the best you can. Let's take a few breaths just to center the body. So inhale to the sides and the backs of the ribs. As you exhale, you send the belly, draw the navel in, lightly engage those abdominals, not moving the spine or the pelvis. Inhale again to the sides and the back. And then exhale, sink the belly, draw the navel in, lightly engage those abdominals, not moving the spine or the pelvis. Inhale again to the sides and the back. And then exhale, sink the belly, draw the navel in, lightly engage those abdominals. 2 more times, please. Inhaling again to the sides and back. And then exhale, sink the belly, draw the navel in, lightly engage. Inhaling again to the sides and back. And then exhale, sink the belly, draw the navel in, lightly engage those abdominals. Pause here. Next, inhale to shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, slide them down the back. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, slide them down. Inhale the shoulders up. Exhale, slide them down. Inhale the shoulders up. Exhale, slide them down. From here, take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, float both arms up towards the ceiling, palms rotate inward. Yeah, from here it's a little bit different today. So you're gonna reach this right arm up towards the ceiling. Actually, let's do this first. Let's reach both arms up. Let's get this in our robotics. Exhale, melt the shoulder blades right back down. And then inhale the fingertips up. Both arms reach up. Both shoulder blades reach up and away from the mat. Exhale with control, melt the shoulder blades right back down. Inhale the fingertips up. Exhale, melt them back down. Inhale the fingertips up. Exhale, melt them back down. Now let's go to this. So slightly different. You're going to reach this right arm up only. We've done this before. But now grab hold of an imaginary handle or rope. So you are making a fist isometrically. You know, bend and pull that elbow down towards the mat. As the left arm reaches up, grab hold of a handle or an imaginary rope. As that hand pulls down and the elbows bend, the right arm reaches up. And then you pull. So it's like you're climbing a rope, a pulley system, a ladder, right? And as you pull, you notice that the weight distribution is going to change, especially if that elbow starts to get closer to the mat. You might find that you drift slightly over to that side. That's fine. Just don't fall off. That's really what we're looking for, right? So we do want a little bit of that intelligent shifting from side to side to help the body find that balance. Yeah. We want to do this mindfully, not just kind of pulling through this, right? So that we do work on that balance. Even though we're not really standing, this will actually help you when you come up to standing. We've all had that experience of walking into that imaginary bump in the road, even though there was nothing there, and we kind of trip a little bit, and we look back, oh my God, I didn't fall on anything. It just means the muscles just got a little out of whack, right? And so this will help with that a little bit. Leave the right arm up, left arm reaches up to meet it. From here, turn the palms to face forward, reach this right arm back behind you, keep the ribs dropping down, arm in its socket. Inhale that arm right back up. Exhale, left arm reaches back, ribs drop down, scoop the belly up and in. Inhale right back up, stand strong to those 2 feet. Exhale, reaching both arms back. 2 feet are anchored, yeah? Inhale right back up, try not to grip from the toes to anchor your feet. Press gently into those feet. Left arm reaches back. Inhale back up, one more time each side. Right arm reaches back. Inhale up. Exhale, left arm reaches back. Inhale up. Pause here with both arms up. Both arms reach back now. Any amount. Inhale right back up. Just make sure that you're finding mindful movement here. Exhale, reaching both arms back. It's not important that the knuckles touch the floor. It's more how you can keep the front of the ribcage down, but extending the spine. So I can let my knuckles touch the floor, but I have to make an adjustment to my spine to do that. Reaching the arms up. So I want my spine to be as neutral as I can find it today. Which might mean that the arms don't go back as far as you like. That's okay. Inhale the arms back up. Got this one more time. Exhale, reaching both arms back. Inhale right back up. Now from here, send this right arm back only. Left arm comes forward to the outside of the left thigh. So one arm forward, one arm back. I'm going to go ahead and switch the arms. And switch. Again, this is going to help with balance. And switch. You notice the weight distribution is going to change in a micro movement, right? Hopefully it's micro, right? And so we got to catch ourselves, right? Still find that those 2 feet are planted on the floor, and that will help us balance. Also the transverse abdominal, which we're really working on here. Now see if you can pick up the pace a little bit, something reasonable, nothing supersonic. Those limbs that are switching, the hands and arms, nothing touches the floor, so both arms are still floating even though they're switching. And if you can, you're gonna pick it up one more time. And again, it doesn't have to be supersonic, we're just challenging the balance by picking the pace, which might mean the range of motion needs to be smaller, but picking the pace means the shifting happens quicker, which means you have to respond quicker standing into those feet. Now, bring both arms up towards the ceiling to pause for a moment, thank God, and reach the arms forward and down into the mat by your side. All right, so arms can be onto the mat by your side. If you want to look extra challenging, keep those elbows connected to the mat, flip the forearms off the mat. So not everyone's arm length is the same, right? So if your elbows, it's impossible for your elbows to connect to the mat, don't worry about it. Just leave your forearms down. Even just maybe drift the forearms up a little bit if that makes it a little bit easier. With the fingertips point up to the ceiling, if your elbows are floating up, place the forearms down. From here, take a deep inhale in here, exhale, scoop the belly, drive the right leg to tabletop without shifting out of neutral. So you're going to try to keep that neutral positioning with the spine and the pelvis. Inhale to hold, exhale, place the foot back down. Inhale in here, exhale, scoop the belly, left leg floats up. Yeah. Inhale to hold, exhale, place the foot back down. Inhale in here, exhale, scoop the belly, right leg floats up, staying strong. Inhale, hold, Exhale, place your foot back down. Inhale in here, exhale, squeeze belly, left leg floats up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, place your foot back down. Take a deep inhale in here, exhale, draw the right leg to tabletop. Hold the leg there. Inhale in here, exhale, left leg floats up to meet the right leg. So squeeze those inner thighs together, inner thighs connect. Gentle point the feet on the exhale, reach toes and thigh bones forward about 3 inches in front of you. Now right back in. Now here, if you need to imprint your spine, you can do that. Toes and thigh bones forward, but if you can keep neutral and it's available, try to do that. Send toes and thigh bones forward. Inhale back in. Exhale, send toes and thigh bones forward. Inhale back in. One more time. Exhale, send toes and thigh bones forward. Inhale back in. Pause. From here, exhale, right toe taps down towards the mat. Inhale back up. Exhale, left toe taps down. Inhale up. Exhale, right toe taps. Inhale up. Exhale, left toe taps. Inhale up. Pause here. Turn the legs out. So now your legs are more in a diamond shape. You can still do that same toe tap down with that right toe. Come right back up. So now the legs are turned out. Left toe taps down. Inhale back up. Exhale, right toe taps. Inhale up. Exhale, left toe taps. Inhale up. One more time. Each side. Right toe taps. Inhale up. Exhale, left toe taps. Inhale up. Pause. Bring the legs back to tabletop. Right foot goes back down first. Follow with the left. Yeah. If you got out of neutral, go ahead and reestablish that there. All right. From here, take a deep inhale and exhale. You're going to flip this right arm up toward the ceiling, palm faces forward. Inhale in here, exhale, left leg to a tabletop position. You can connect that left elbow into mat and left forearm off mat, so the only thing that's connected to that side is that elbow. Again, you can always place that forearm down for more support, especially if your arms aren't long enough. Exhale, send right arm back, left leg drifts forward and away. Inhale, right back in. Exhale, send arm and leg away from each other. Inhale in. Exhale, send arm and leg away, drifting limbs away, arm is long. Inhale back in. Exhale, send arm and leg away. Inhale back in. One more time. Exhale, send arm and leg away. Inhale back in. Now pause. On the exhale, left leg extends up toward the ceiling within reason for the hamstrings. Send arm back, leg drifts forward and down. Inhale, right back up. Right arm back, left leg drifts forward and down. Leg as long as it can be. Inhale, right back up. As the leg drifts down, it doesn't touch the floor. It still hovers. Yeah. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, send arm and leg away. Inhale up. Exhale, send arm and leg away. Inhale back up, pause, bring the leg back to tabletop. Pause here for a moment. So whether the elbow is bent or the arm is down, so you can float that left arm up towards the ceiling. Yeah. Can you extend that left leg up towards the ceiling? Bring the leg back to tabletop. Let's place this left foot back down first. Leave this left arm up if it isn't already. Place the right arm down. And right leg can float up. Okay, so from here you can connect that elbow or not. It's a choice. So send left arm back, right leg just forward and away. Inhale, right back in. Exhale, send arm and leg away from each other. Inhale back in. Exhale, send arm and leg away. Inhale in. Exhale, send arm and leg away. Inhale in. One more time, please. Exhale, send arm and leg away. Inhale back in. Now you're going to extend that right leg up towards the ceiling. Send leg down, arm reaches back. Yeah? Inhale, right back up. Exhale, send arm back, leg just forward and down. Within reason. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, send arm and leg away. Inhale up. Exhale, send arm and leg away. Inhale up. Pause. Bring the leg back to tabletop. Now if you can, you're going to lift this elbow. You can always do a hand tap down or toe tap down. So you're just bouncing on that left foot. If you're ready, doesn't have to happen, extend that right leg up toward the ceiling. May or may not happen. Bend the leg back to tabletop. Let's go ahead and place that foot back down. Thank God. All right, arms can come forward and down to mat for a moment. Need to make any adjustments here on this roller, feel free. We're not coming off yet, but you might have gotten a little tense, so get the shoulders down away from the ears. Interlace your fingers, place the palms behind the skull. And just as a side, balance isn't stillness. Balance is a movement, right? So you're not trying to stay very, very still, statue-like. You're kind of imagine yourself like a tree. So a tree, if it's in a storm, has to kind of go with the storm. So we have a mini storm, right, going on here. So we've got to move a little bit so we can find that balance. All right, so elbow slightly forward. And if you take a deep inhale in here, exhale, keep the pelvis in neutral, lower spine in neutral if you can. Nod the head around, spin up to your bone, curl, looking towards your belly, thighs, or knees. Inhale here. Exhale, run yourself right back down, going through. Inhale in here, exhale, again, nod the head around, spin up to your bone, curl. Yeah. Inhale, hold. Exhale, bring yourself right back down. Inhale in here, exhale again, nod the head around the spine, abdominal curl. Inhale, hold. Exhale, bring yourself right back down. Inhale in here, exhale again, nod the head around the spine, abdominal curl. Inhale, hold. Exhale, bring yourself right back down. Deep inhale in here, exhale again, nod the head around the spine, abdominal curl. Now you're going to release this right hand from the back of the skull. I'm going to see if you can side bend to the right and touch calf, ankle, or maybe just reach. Maybe it's, the heel that you're touching. Come back to center. And exhale, side bend to the left, touching calf, heel, ankle, whatever works. Or you're just reaching. Yeah, it doesn't have to mean that you need to touch anything. Bring it back. Side bend to the right. Scoop the belly. Inhale back to center. Try not to lose your abdominal curl. Side bend to the left. Try not to let the knees shift to the right when you go to the left. Go back to center. Side bend to the right. Keep the knees in the center. Don't let them go to the left. Inhale, center. Side bend left. Knees stay in the center. And back to center. Last one. Side bend right. And center. Side bend left. Center. Pause here. Roll up 1 more inch. We're going to step back down. Keep the hands behind the skull. Take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, nod the head, round spine up to abdominal curl again. Here we go for a balance again. Right leg and foot up. Or just lift the heel up off the floor. Send that right leg forward. Bend the right leg back in. Foot goes right back down. So the heel can just come up if that's all you need, yeah? And then left leg's gonna foot up. Maybe. Yeah. And then if you can, you're gonna send that left leg forward. Bring the leg right back in. Place the foot back down. Roll up 1 more inch. Right leg floats up. Extend that right leg forward if you can. Bend the leg back to tabletop. Foot goes right back down. Left leg floats up. Extend. And bend. Back down. Round yourself all the way down. Find some go back on the mat or your side. And you can just rock back and forth here on the lower head goes one way, hips go the other way. So smaller rocks back and forth, totally fine. Just get a little bit more integration to the side-to-side motion. If you want bigger rocks back and forth, open up your legs and arms a little bit so you can get to the size of your back, torso, if that works for you. And then you could feel a little bit more releasing, massage, kind of oriented thing. If that's your jam, it may not be, I hear you. So do what feels good and reasonable. Come back to that center line. Good. And then you're going to roll off to one side of the roller using arms and legs to help you come off, so hopefully no falling off. Have the roller close to you, so don't let it get too far away because we're going to use it fairly quick. But before we do that, I just want you to hug your knees into your chest to stretch out that lower back a little bit. Yeah. I forgot that these pants I'm wearing today aren't very stretchy. And I'm like, why can't I stretch? That's really why I can't do that. So you're going to take this roller into your hands and you're going to place the roller between your knees. We've been doing this lately. It's just this takes place of that Gertie ball that I usually do in class, right? So you want that roller to be somewhat balanced. It's going to tip a little bit. Just hopefully it won't tip into either direction so that it just rests there. It's not going to really change the exercise too much. I just find it more annoying than anything because I'm like, why is my movement being hindered slightly? So whatever works, and again, you're not trying to kill that roller, you're just trying to keep it there. And I like it right at the flesh of my inner thigh rather than the bones of my knees because I can actually really feel the muscle engagement there. Okay. So arms down by your side. Start off with a small range of motion first, nothing too unusual here. Find a neutral position. Take a deep inhale in here. Actually going to sink the belly in, put the lower back onto the mat. So that's all you're doing. Using the abdominals here mostly rather than the quads, glutes, or pressing the feet too much. Inhale in here, exhale, release it back down to neutral. Inhale in here, exhale again, sink the belly, tilt the bone into the lower back. Yeah, using those abdominals. Inhale in here, exhale, release the pelvis back down to neutral. Inhale in here, exhale again, sink the belly, tilt the bone into the lower back. Inhale, hold it. Then exhale, release it back down to neutral. Inhale in here, exhale again, sink the belly, tilt the bone into the lower back. Yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, release it back down to neutral. From here, deep inhale in here, exhale again, sink the belly, tilt the bone into the lower back. Pause. Engage your glutes and start to float yourself up just to that small baby bridge. So fist height from the mat to the tailbone is your measurement. It's an approximate measurement, yeah? So that it's still a little creasing from the hips, yeah? Inhale in here, exhale, running yourself right back down. So it's not a full bridge. We'll get to that later on in class. Not right now. Inhale in here, exhale again, sink the belly in from the spine, engage your glutes, Roll up to that baby bridge. Fist tight, approximate, yeah? Inhale to hold, and then exhale, step right back down, like through. Reestablishing yourself back to that neutral position. Yeah. Inhale here, exhale again, sink the belly, and spine, engage your glutes to float yourself up, ridge it up. Inhale here, exhale, soften sternum on the rib cage, round yourself right back down, rolling through, reestablishing back to neutral. Inhale here, exhale again, sink the belly, tilt the pupil, and the spine. Engage your glutes to float yourself up to that bridge. Pause to hold. Keep the hips level and even. On the exhale, you're going to slide that pelvis to the right. Yeah, thighs might move, but hopefully the knee stays centered. Inhale the hips back to center. And it may not be very big, it's fine. Exhale, slide the pelvis to the left, especially when you have this roller here. It might change a little bit. Inhale back to center. Exhale, slide the pelvis to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, slide the pelvis to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, slide the pelvis to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, slide the pelvis to the left. Inhale, center. Pause in the center here. Exhale, round yourself all the way down. Reestablishing back to neutral. We got one more set here. Inhale here, exhale again, sink the belly, tilt the hip bone, and the spine, float yourself up to that bridge. Yeah. So now let's just dip that right hip down towards the mat, creating a slope in the pelvis. Inhale that hip back up. Exhale, left hip dips down. Inhale it back up. Exhale, right hip dips down. Inhale back up. Exhale, left hip dips down. Inhale back up. Exhale, right hip dips. Inhale up, exhale, left hip dips. Inhale up, pause here. Round yourself all the way down, rolling through. Good. Let's go ahead and just take that roller, place it to the side for a moment. And just hug those knees into your chest. Right, with the knees into the chest, you're going to feel that lower back imprint onto the mat, and I want you to release your legs to tabletop. So tabletop legs, squeeze those inner thighs together. Interlacing your fingers, place the palms behind the skull, point the elbows slightly forward. Back remains imprinted. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale. Nod the head around the spine up to your abdominal curl. Inhale, round back down. And again, exhale, round yourself up, abdominal curl. Inhale down. Exhale, round yourself up, abdominal curl. Inhale down. Exhale, round yourself up, abdominal curl. Inhale down. Exhale, round up, abdominal curl. Inhale down. Exhale, round yourself up, abdominal curl, and extend the legs to the ceiling at the same time. Inhale to round back down, bring the legs right back in. And again, exhale, round yourself up and extend those legs. Inhale to round back down. Got that one more time, just like this. Exhale, round up and extend those legs. Inhale to round back down. Now shift the legs to the right as you roll yourself up. Extend the legs to the right. Bring the legs back to center. Bring the legs right back down as you roll yourself back down. You're going to shift the legs to the left as you roll yourself up. Extend the legs to the left. Bring the legs back to center. As the legs bend in, you roll yourself back down. Shift the legs to the right as you roll yourself up. Extend the legs back to center. Bring the legs back in to roll down. And again, exhale, roll yourself up. Shift the legs to the left. Extend the legs. Bring the legs back to center. Bring the legs back to roll yourself back down. Keep the legs in the center. Exhale, now round yourself up to that abdominal curl. Extend the legs up. Reach the fingertips up towards your toes. Here we go. 8 pulses up in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another 4, 3, 2, 1. Another 2, 1. Another 1. Reach for the toes. Hug the knees in. Roll yourself down. Look right. Look left. Let's lift the hands to the inner thighs. And let the knees just open up to the side, pulling onto the insides of the ankles. Just breathe. Bring the knees back to center. Place the feet back down. So hopefully you're nice and warm. Getting ready for the 100. So, feet flat can be a great option to stick with. If you like, you can bring your legs to tabletop to level up from there. If you want to level up from there, start off in tabletop. As if you have the cue to run yourself up, you can extend your legs. Yeah? Alright, so leg position of choice, either feet flat or tabletop. Arms up toward the ceiling. Here we go. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, nod the head, round the spine up to your belly curl. Press those arms down. Here we go to pump and breathe those arms in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and X. 2. And in. 2, 4, 5, and X. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2. And it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2. And it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2. And it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2. And it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2. And it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and into. And it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. Take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, roll up 2 more inches from the abdominal side, the neck, chin, and shoulders. Inhale in here. Exhale all the way out through the belly, in. Smile. Round yourself down. Look right. Look left. Maybe sway the knees from side to side. All right, you're gonna transition your hands behind your thighs. Lower legs will be relaxed and folded. So try to keep the lower legs from kicking out the best you can. It's a goal. Elbows wide. Deep inhale in here. Exhale. Nod the head so the thigh bones wide, so to roll yourself up to that seated position. Again, if you get stuck, you might rock and roll to come all the way up. Feet will be flat, sitting up nice and tall. Reaching arms forward. Inhale in here. Exhale, scoop, curl around yourself down, rolling through. Hands can go behind the thighs. If you need some support, all the way down. Draw the knees back into the chest, hands behind the thighs. Deep inhale in here. Exhale. Nod the head so the thigh bones wide, so to roll yourself up. Again, if you get stuck, you'll rock and roll to come up. Try to keep those elbows bent, sitting up nice and tall. Ratio arms forward. Inhale in here. Exhale, scoop, curl. Round yourself down. Rolling through. Hold it down. Draw the knees back into the chest. This time, hands on top of the legs. Right below the knees. Deep inhale in here. Exhale. It's a tighter shape. Nod the head so the thigh bones wide, so to roll yourself up. You might find you need a few more rocks and rolls to come up. Same nice and tall. Raise your arms forward. Inhale in here. Exhale. Scoop, curl. Round yourself down, rolling through. Hands behind the thighs or not. All the way down. Draw the knees back into the chest. Hands on top of legs. Deep inhale in here. Exhale. Nod the head so the thigh bones wide, so to roll yourself up. And sitting up nice and tall. Inhale in here. Exhale. Scoop the belly. Curl the tailbone. Roll yourself back just halfway. Pause. Inhale in here. Exhale. Roll back 1 inch. Pause. Inhale in here. Exhale. Roll back 1 inch. Pause. Inhale in here. Exhale. Roll back 1 inch. Pause. Inhale in here. Exhale. Roll back 1 inch. Pause. Inhale in here. Exhale. Roll yourself all the way down. Lengthen out those legs. Arms reach overhead. Breathing for a moment. Getting that stretch. All right, so now you're gonna grab this roller again. Take the roller into your hands, float the arms up to the ceiling. So you're gonna squeeze outside that roller, knees are bent, lower back imprints. Take a deep inhale in here, exhale, draw the right leg to tabletop, float the left leg up to meet it. So both legs are up, squeeze the inner thighs together. Deep inhale in here, exhale, round yourself up to your bell curl. Draw the right knee to the chest, left leg stretches out. Inhale in here, you're gonna switch sides. Inhale, and switching sides. Exhale, and exhale, try not to speed up. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Hug the knees in, roll yourself down. You can bend your elbows, you don't have to hold that roller up, unless you like to. Float the roller back up towards the ceiling with the hands to the outside. Make sure that back is still imprinted. Right leg to tabletop, followed by the left leg up. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Keep now, instead of the legs in tabletop, let's go ahead and fold those. Exhale, round yourself up to your downward curl. Now you're gonna send the arms back as the legs drift forward. The arms don't have to go too far back. Inhale, or excuse me, exhale, everything back in. So inhale, arms and legs away from each other. Exhale, right back in. Inhale, arms and legs away. And as you bring the knees in, see if you do a little hip up. Inhale, arms and legs away, a little extra bonus round. Hip up. Inhale, arms and legs away. Exhale. Inhale, arms and legs away. Exhale. Back is imprinted. Inhale, arms and legs away. And inhale, arms and legs away. Last one. And round yourself down. Take a break. Hands to the outside of that roller again, flip the arms up towards the ceiling. Back is imprinted, right leg to tabletop, followed by the left leg. Back to tabletop, exhaling and round yourself out to the abdominal curl. Right knee with the chest, left leg reaches out long. Take the left armpit, draw towards the right knee. Inhale in here. I'm gonna switch sides. Armpit to knee, inhale, try not to move the pelvis. Exhale, and exhale. Inhale, inhale, so the torso is moving. Exhale, exhale, legs are moving, inhale, inhale, how the stable though, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, pause, bring the knees in, roll yourself down, a moment to breathe here. All right, so I would like you to lengthen out your legs. Just a quick transition here. So if this is not for you, roll to your side, come up to sitting, just work yourself up to sit. Legs are long, flex the feet, inner thighs are connected the best you can. Reach the arms up, so still to the outside of that roller. Reach the arms back a little bit, don't be too much. Bring the roller up, nod the head, around the spine, round yourself all the way up. So we're gonna stay here for a moment. You're gonna bend your knees, and feet will be flat. So reach the arms forward with this roller. All right, so you're gonna take a deep inhale in here, exhale, you're gonna roll yourself back, let's say about halfway. Pause. Arms stay here. If you can, lift that right leg into tabletop. You might need to lift the arms up depending how long your leg is. Place the foot back down. Exhale, left leg foot's up. Place the foot back down, pause, roll back 1 inch. Right leg foot's up. Twist to the right, come back to center. Leg goes back down, left leg foot's up. Twist to the left, come back. Foot goes back down, roll back 1 inch. Right leg's up, tabletop. Twist to the right, lift the arms up. Arms come down, back to the center. Foot goes down, left leg up. Twist to the left, arms go up, arms go down. Back to the center, foot goes down. Round yourself all the way down. Thank God. Okay. All right, so you're gonna place your roller underneath the triangles of your feet. Sorry, the triangle of your knees, and then you're gonna work your feet up to that roller. That'll be my new technical term, the triangle of the feet. There is a technical term for that, but that's not what I was asking for. Okay, so arches the feet on. You might even find that heels are on, but just so that your feet are on, arms are down to your side. You are gonna feel like this roller is gonna be a little bit closer because the ankle leg changes here. You can keep your arms onto the mat by your side for a good basic position. If you'd like a little extra challenge, you can flip the arms up toward the ceiling. Doesn't need to happen. You can also switch your mind each time or just blur, do a few in one rep and do a few in the other. Yeah, so your choice. Deep inhale in here. Exhale, you're gonna sink the belly, tilt the bone. Either you're gonna articulate through up to your bridge, or you're gonna flat back up bridge. That's your choice, whatever works best for you and your spine. Inhale in here, exhale, round yourself back down or flat back down. But in either case, we're finding the control down. So it's gonna be slow, at least a 5 count, hopefully. Inhale in here, exhale, sink the belly, tilt the bone. Let's try a 5 count up and see what that might feel like for you. Scoop, curl, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale in, exhale, coming right back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to neutral. Imprint your spine, curl and float. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale in, come back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to neutral. Then imprint your spine, curl and float up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause to inhale, exhale, come back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. I might be feeling some silent cursing perhaps. All right, from here, take a deep inhale in here, exhale again, scoop your belly, curl the tongue, and float yourself up to that bridge. Pause and hold. Right leg floats up to tabletop. Place that foot back down. Left leg floats up. Place the foot back down. Right leg floats up. Place the foot back down. Left leg floats up. Place the foot back down. Right leg floats. And down. Left leg floats. And down. Pause. Float the hips up a little bit higher. Before you do anything, come down just a little bit. We'll pulse up for 16. And up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Pause, round yourself all the way down. If that was really a lot, you might want to lengthen out your legs for a moment. I'll give you a moment to do that. And then you're going to come right back. Yeah. All right. arms are up or down. If you felt like that was right at the edge, maybe today, pushing your arms down might be a good option. Your choice. Deep inhale here, exhale, float yourself up to your bridge. Finding the hips level and even. Knees, hips, shoulders in one long diagonal line. Collarbones broad and open. Right leg's going to float up to tabletop. Extend that right leg up. Right leg's going to be in parallel. You're going to open up that right leg to the right just a little bit and bring it back. Try not to turn out. If you turn out the leg's going to move a little bit bigger. I want small movement here. Right leg to the right. And back. Right leg to the right. Back. Right leg to the right. Back. Right leg to the right. Back. Pause. Bring the leg back to tabletop. Foot goes back down. Left leg. Tabletop. Extend the left leg up. Keep the left leg long. Left leg to the left. In parallel. Back. Don't let the right knee open up. Left leg to the left. And back. Left leg to the left. And back. Left leg to the left. And back. One more time. Left leg to left. Back. Pause. Leg back to tabletop. Foot goes back down. Put the hips up a little bit higher. Right leg floats up to tabletop. And then extend that right leg up again. We haven't come down yet. Roll down about 2 inches. 8 pulses up from that left boot and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Bend the leg back to tabletop. Foot goes back down. Left leg to tabletop. Extend the left leg up. Roll down about 2 inches. Here we go. 8 pulses up from the right glute and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Bring the leg back to tabletop. Foot goes back down. Float the hips up a little bit higher. Round yourself down, rolling through, or flat back down. Get down. And then lengthen out your legs. This is where you can either internal, external rotate the legs here. Hang out for a moment. Maybe move the roller to your calves. You can either rock and roll the calves out a little bit. Internal and external rotation. As you do that, might feel really good. Or you can bring the roller all the way to the backs of your legs, bridge your booty up a little bit. You can rock back and forth, either forward and back, in and out. You can do all three that I just did if you want. Give me a moment to figure out what you want to do here. Just find that little release. Wherever you're at, you're going to come back down and make sure the roller is underneath the triangle of your knees again. All right. Well, you're going to do another bridge, but it's only going to be for a moment. So you're going to make sure you hold onto this roller here. You're going to float yourself up to that bridge. And you're going to roll this roller right underneath your pelvis. So you might feel like you're a little bit higher in the bridge, depending on how high your bridge is. So the pelvis is on, the back of the pelvis is onto the roller, not the lower spine, so not the lower back. So if you need to adjust it, that's fine. Again, whatever you're wearing may not communicate well with this roller, so any adjustments that you need to make as we do this, that's fine. Yeah, you might even notice that this opens up the hip a little bit differently when we're here. All right, so from here, scoop your belly, draw the right knee to the chest. Left knee folds in as well. Now, so our pelvis is resting on that roller. Extend legs up towards the ceiling. If this becomes too much, you would always place your hands underneath your pelvis on the mat. You do the same things there. You're just going to notice that the range of motion is going to be smaller. Turn the legs out. From here, you're going to keep those heels together, inner thighs connect if that's possible. Keep the legs closed. You can pull the legs down wherever you can go. Inhale the legs right back up. So it may not be very big. That's fine. Exhale, pull the legs down. Come back up. Because we're elevated here, you're probably going to feel like, oh, I really want to make this huge range of motion. But to do that, you got to really use those abdominals. And as you drop the legs down, you don't want your spine to move. So the roller should be moving. The roller should stay fairly stable. Yeah. If you're finding rollers moving a little bit larger, probably moving your spine. Good. Now you're going to go ahead and pull those legs down. It may not be very big. It's actually pretty small. You're going to open up the legs. This could be as wide as you like. Bring the legs up, close. So you're making a big circle. Pull down through the center, open, and close, and pull down, sink the belly, open, and close, pull down, open, and close, pull down, open, close, pull down to pause. You're gonna come right back up, open, pull down, and close, and up, open, pull down, and close, and up, open, pull down, and close, and up, open, pull down, and close. Last one. Open, pull down and close, come right back, pull the legs up, pull legs down to about a 45-degree angle, flex those feet, and your froggy in, and stretch out. In, out, in, out. Pause, open up the legs, bend to an open froggy, heels come together. Extend the legs out, open the legs, open leg froggy, so bend the knees, plie, heels come together, press out, and open. And bend, Last one, and up, and bend, and in, and out. Reverse it, bend. Hold here without moving your thighs. Open up those legs to that straddle. Zip the inner thighs together to close. Bend in, keep the thighs where they're at. Open up the legs from there like hinges. Zip the inner thighs together to close. And bend, and straddle, and close, and bend, and open, and close, and bend, and open, and close, and bend, unfurl, and close. Pause here, bend the legs in parallel, and take your hands to the front of this roller. You can also use the side here. Just start to send the roller away, which means the knees are gonna probably come in a little bit closer to the chest to let that roller get away. But you wanna control the roller. There's a point in time where that rollers just wanna slide from underneath you. Try to control that, so you slow that descent out the pelvis down towards the mat the best you can. Depends again on the clothing that you have. All the way back down. All right. So the theme variation that we did earlier this week, we're gonna use the roller for a little bit of fun. So you're gonna roll into one side. I'm gonna roll into my right side, so when you give the directions, we'll try to do upper and lower. And I'm gonna place the roller between my inner thighs here. That might feel like, oh my God, Blaine, this is too much. You can try to go down to your lower legs, but then the roller has a tendency to rock back and forth. There's nothing wrong with that. It just might be a little much today. So, depends, the sensitivity of your legs too will have an effect on this. From here, you want this bottom arm to be nice and long. Palm up or down, your choice. I'll leave that up to you. I might turn my palm to face up. And then I want to make sure that my shoulders are stacked and then my hips are stacked. So the temptation either to lean back in the torso or the hips or lean forward. And if you really find that you lean back, you probably will notice that the roller will touch in either direction. So you want to try to keep that roller parallel to the ground the best you can. All right, hips are stacked. This top hand's going to be in front of the chest. Not too far forward to the face or to the belly. You want your hand flat for a little bit of balance. From here, one long line from fingertips, head, upper back, tailbone, heels. From here, scoop the belly up and in and just lift both legs off the mat. So you're gonna really feel the lower leg lift up more than anything, come back down. And it may not be very high. You might be like, I'm barely moving. It's totally fine. Lift up and back down. And lift up and back down. And lift up, I know, and back down. Head is down now, lift up and down. Now I'm gonna lift up and hold, release this top hand, bring it to the hip. Oh my God, hold that. Reach the arm overhead and back to the hip. What? Arm overhead, back to the hip. Pause, we just get to there, legs come back down. Lift the legs up again, hold and pause. Top arm comes up. Now top arm's gonna come forward any amount, may not be very big. Top arm comes back up. Top arm goes back, inner thighs really kicking in here. For me at least, come back up. And balance challenge, arm comes forward. Arm comes up, oh my God, inner thighs burning. Reach the arm back, come back up, now pause, keep those legs up. Descend that hand down to the mat without losing the balance, hopefully. And the legs can come back down, oh my God. Let's go ahead and swing around to the other side, facing the camera or not. Your choice, hopefully you have room for this. They even check to see if you have room, but hopefully you do. You can always, again, opt out of this roller. You're like, roller's done, I'm done with the roller. Okay, I hear you. Let it go. Arm long, you can also crook the arm underneath, yeah? Top hand's gonna be in front of the chest, and just make sure you have a long line from arm, head, upper back, sits bones, heels. Find your stacked hips, stacked shoulders. Deep inhale in here, exhale, float both legs up and back down. One side's can always feel a little bit different. Maybe this is your very different side. Float up, or maybe it's your stronger side. Back down. And float up, and back. Float up, and down. Float up, now keep it there. Top hand goes to the top of the hip, arm is long. We got only two of these. Reach the arm up and over, and back. So arm's gonna go overhead, overhead. Keep those legs up, come back, and goes back to the hip. Let's bring those legs down for a moment. Keep the legs up, arm's gonna float up. Now any amount for you, arm's gonna come forward, scoop the belly. Bring the arm up, scoop, reach the arm back any amount. Just try not to rock. Ooh, and come back, inner thighs, and reach that arm forward. Oh my gosh, scoop. Reach the arm up, Reach the arm back. Reach your arm back up to the sky, hold here. Now keep those legs up, bend the elbow, descend that hand down to the floor within reason, try not to drop it down. And then relax the legs back down, thank God. Let's get this roller out from underneath. Take the roller in front of you. Just so it's in front of you, place one hand on top of the other, forehand across the second pelvis, and just rock your pelvis back and forth here from me. All right. From here, let's take this roller back into the in front of you. So the arms, center of the forearms will be on the roller. Something very familiar. Forehead down as long as that feels okay for you and your neck. You can always flip your head in line, spine to find a more comfortable position. Legs will be turned out. Separate your legs if you like your legs totally sandwiched together, close together. Fine. Find what works for you. You go right away. So take a deep inhale in here, tone the glutes, scoot the belly up and in. Press the pubic bone to the mat. Now, take a deep inhale in here, exhale, pull that roller towards you to flip the head and upper spine up. So you're coming right away to that extension. Inhale in here, exhale, running circle right back down. You might find that your glutes are a little bit more fatigued here because we did that sideline. Those glutes really have to kick in. And again, float up, head and upper spine up. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down. Inhale in here, exhale, again, pull that roller, float the head and upper spine up. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down. Inhale in here, exhale again, pull that roller towards you to flip the head and upper spine up. You pause. Now, right arm's gonna float up and away, back down. Left arm floats up and away, back down. Right leg kicks up and away, about an inch, back down. Leg is long, left leg kicks up and away, back down. Pause, round yourself all the way down. Palms face inward. Deep inhale in here, exhale again, pull that roller towards you to flip the head and upper spine up. Pause. Right arm, left leg, and left arm, right leg, and down. Right arm and left, down. Left arm and right, down. Around the torso back down. Inhale in here, exhale again, pull that roller towards you to flip the head and upper spine up. Pause, keep the arms there, take tiny swimming legs from the glutes and the thighs, lifting those legs up about an inch, and swim, 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 and shoulders wide and down the back, and tone the glutes and press your pubic bone into the mat, lift the belly up and in as you swim, and swim, and swim, and swim, and swim, relax the legs back down, round the torso back down. Press yourself into a child's pose, taking this roller with you or not, your choice. Breathe. Deep inhale in here, exhaling to roll up through base of the spine, one vertebra at a time, the head's gonna be last to arrive. All right, so we're gonna come to our plank position. Again, we did this last week with hands on the roller. We are going to do hands on the roller again, little variations. So, if this is too much, just go to the floor. If you have single leg or single arm issues, like standing all the weight into one hand, you might want to opt out of that one arm thing. We're not going to be there very long, but just be mindful. All right, so let's find all fours. Hands on the roller, yeah? Curl those toes under. Elevate the knees off and send the legs out. From here, right leg floats up, back down. Left leg floats up, down. So you can lift that right hand up. You might shift a little bit. Left hand up, back down. Right leg, down. Left leg, down. Right hand, down. Left hand, down. I know. Right leg, down. Left leg, down. Right hand, down. Left hand, down. One side's always harder. Right leg, down. Left leg, down. Right hand, left hand, pause, draw the right knee into the chest, send it back. Left knee into the chest, that's what we're doing, send it back. Right knee and back. Left knee and back. Right knee and back. Left knee and back. Pause, knees come back down. Find yourself to child's pose. I know, single hands are really hard. Either you're going to use the roller or opt out of it. We're going to do a little side bend. So, take a deep inhale in here, exhale, walk your hands over to the right. Inhale in here, exhale, walk your hands back to the center line. Inhale in here, exhale, walk your hands over to the left. Inhale here, exhale, walk your hands back to the center for a moment. Take a deep inhale here.
exhale, you're just gonna roll yourself up. Pull this roller towards you.
Now, you're gonna shift yourself to one side. You can stay right where you're at. You want your roller to the side. And I'm gonna sit in a Z position here, yeah? And this hand's gonna be on the roller. We're just gonna do another side bend. So you're gonna use this hand onto the roller and just side bend. You might go into your forearm and coming right back up. If this is too much to do that one arm sliding out and in, just do a little side bend using your hand on the floor. We got this 3 more times. There's 3. Here's 2. And here's 1. So we're also giving that forearm a little bit of love from that wrist stuff that we did. Let's swing the roller to the other side. Swing the legs again to this Z sit. Hand onto the roller and do a little mermaid. Swing up and over, coming back up. So you might find that one side has less range of motion. That's fine. Find where you can go. Come back up. If it's too much, you can always bend this elbow. And up. And you have one more time here, please. Reach up. And coming up. Good. Let's find your back to that one last child's pose, facing in the direction for me. And hands on. Just take a little bit of a fold here. Sink the sits bones down toward the heels. Use the roller or not. Deep inhale in here. Exhale, pull this roller towards you. Rolling up. Second one, back on top the other. Shoulders roll down the back. Chin becomes parallel to the ground. Crown of the head shoots to the ceiling. Take your deep inhale into the sides and backs of the ribs. As you exhale, you sink the belly, but try not to lose any length in the spine. Keep the crown of the head shooting through the ceiling. And you are done. Good job, you guys. I'm coming back for any questions. Of course, as always, if you need to take